Hi guys, we're live, and yes, it's the preview for Arsenal versus West Ham, and I've got some very special guests coming on. I've got Bargav, then I've got Luca, both Arsenal fans, and I'm going to welcome the West Ham fan who is also the blogger and does a blog for the H List, and you can go check that out at the H List on Twitter. But I'm going to bring in, it's Jim Kearns, isn't it? If I've said that right.
You have indeed, yeah. Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
No worries. And I've got Lanzi as well. So we've got a fairly good lineup here for this preview. How are you guys doing, Arsenal fans, after yesterday's lovely night?
Yeah, I mean, we're through. Tottenham lost. We move. Good draw. I think that's pretty much sums up how I feel about that. But looking forward to the West Ham game this weekend.
And Luca?
You know what, right? Last night, obviously on Arsenal Annex's channel, I actually thought last night, I'm happy that we've qualified. And I said to you yesterday, I wasn't as bothered. That obviously the team were poor, but I'm quite happy with the draw. We've got Slavia Park in the next round, potentially Unai Emery in the semi-final as well. So, yeah, I'm quite happy at the moment. Looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah, and moving on to that, West Ham at the minute is currently, I think, where they sit in the table right now. Let me get the table up. They are currently sitting in 5th place with a game in hand on Chelsea. And do you play that this weekend?
Yeah.
No, our game in hand is Arsenal.
Yeah, your game in hand is against us, actually. So, so you can go back level on points with them with a win against Arsenal, right? And the battle for full spot. And you're in a serious battle for full spot. So I'd love to get your opinions first. Start with Jim. Do you feel you've got a really strong chance of qualifying into the Champions League?
Well, I guess I feel like I and probably quite a lot of other West Ham fans have spent the season sort of waiting for the other shoe to drop. So we've been playing really well. We've been getting good results. But at some point, you're just kind of looking at the thinness of the squad, and you're looking at the relative strength of our squad against, say, a team like Chelsea, who we are in a battle with at the moment. And you're kind of thinking, well, it's pretty unrealistic that we can compete with teams like that over a full season. But we're 10 games from the end, and there's no question that it is within our grasp. I think it's pretty unlikely that we will get the Champions League. It's not out of the realms of possibility at all, but I think it is probably a bit unlikely. But I am genuinely surprised, very pleasantly surprised by how well we've played, and it's been a fantastic season.
Are you guys bored by the fact that you have a whole week to prep for games compared to the teams that are in Europe right now?
Not really. Stephen, you're muted.
Yeah, Steve.
Sorry, can I just get Lanzi's opinion first? On what I asked about the top 4.
I mean, yeah, it's possible. I think our next 4 games will make or break our season. I think if we can come out of our next 4 with anything more than 9 points, I think I'll be relatively happy. But really, I want Chelsea. If Chelsea go to the final, that make it so much easier for us.
Yeah, I mean, it could do. I mean, we look at the table there. You're currently 5th with 48 points. Arsenal in 10th with 41. And yeah, we're still struggling around with Aston Villa and Tottenham for top 8. And yeah, you're flying high with Chelsea for top four. So it's either blue or claret blue in London at the minute, apart from North. But yeah, Bargav, you was going to ask a question.
Yeah, so your next 5 games are us, Wolves, Leicester City, Newcastle, and Chelsea, right? What do you guys expect out of those 5 games? You said like 9 points. So like 3 wins basically.
Yeah, 3 wins.
But you guys, I mean, I feel like because Chelsea and us are like in Europe, you guys have like the whole weeks to prep, so you guys can put on like decent performances. Is that like encouraging for you guys?
I mean, to me, I think that the fact that we don't play in Europe and other teams are, I think, is an advantage to us, to be perfectly honest. You know, the extra recovery time seems pretty important, you know, given the physicality of the league. But also what you tend to do sometimes then is you run into rotation in those better sides as well. You know, and for example, you know, like with Arsenal, I don't know whether or not your European endeavours will make a difference to your team selection on Sunday, but we've certainly seen it with some of the other bigger sides we've played. And also, by the way, actually, one of the worries that West Ham fans do have is if we were to make the Champions League next year, like our squad wouldn't, as currently constructed, would have zero chance of being able to survive the rigours of the Champions League and the Premier League. That's a different matter. In terms of what I think we might get out of those games, it's a bit hard to say. But you would have to think that the games against Leicester and Chelsea in particular are completely pivotal in this discussion, right? So if you can get 4 points or, you know, even a couple of wins from those games, we would be incredibly well set up.
Yeah, I mean, I was just going to ask. I mean, at the start of the season, what would you say would have been your realistic target for the season?
17th.
Wow.
Wow.
What about you, Jim?
Well, I wrote the West Ham preview for 4-4-2 this year. So unfortunately, I can't even backpedal on the fact that I think I said I would be happy with 17th. You know, I felt with the lack of activity over the summer, you know, I don't know about Landsey, but I felt we were going to struggle hugely, and that the squad wasn't going to be big enough. We've been very fortunate with injuries, it has to be said. But 5th versus where I thought we would be is just an absolute miracle.
This is where I wanted to move on to sort of the managers are part of this, and obviously we got Mikel. They are not Artetas, should we say, and David Moyes. And what I'm seeing with David Moyes is what I saw with David Moyes at Everton, and how he managed to build that club into not just on the pitch, but in the background with the facilities and like the structure. That Everton side, he made it so it wouldn't get like relegated, because they were like on the same at the time when he took over. Fulham and Everton were like the same levels, and they've managed to stay at that level or even go higher, and yet Fulham have now are struggling to stay in the league. And it's Everton. He's built the foundation to make them stay away, to stay away from the bottom half of the table. And I see that with West Ham. It's just a lot of people don't give him the credit he deserves because of what happened to him to Man United, and the fact he only got 7th. But then again, he only got 7th, and Arteta is still 10th. And when I feel at the minute, currently, David Moyes is the by far the better manager. And yeah, I don't know, Luca, would you agree with that?
Look, in my opinion, right, I think this season David Moyes has been better than Mikel Arteta, in my opinion. But overall, is he a better manager than Mikel Arteta? No, not really, because Arteta has won an FA Cup. What's more, Moyes won. Yes, I know West Ham fans are going to be saying, right, okay, West Ham are in a better position. We'd rather be in their position. But at this moment of time, Moyes is better than Arteta, but I don't think he's not better than Arteta overall. I think Arteta's a better manager than David Moyes, but I think this season David Moyes has been better because he's actually gone to a club where he can actually start doing very, very well. Because Moyes' history, right, at clubs, he doesn't do well. What's he won? He's never won a trophy. So
Yeah, but Everton weren't decided to go win trophies though.
no, they won.
No, he's a really good
They
manager,
never
man. I
weren't
mean,
decided.
like,
he's yeah. So
Yeah, but would
it's like I said,
Arsenal fan, would the fan base take David Moyes to Arsenal right now? Would you take David Moyes right now?
I would. Do you know why I take? Well, do you know why I take him? Because
Yeah.
that side, and I don't know whether the West Ham fans agree on this, is that side, right? Anthony Taylor won that Arsenal. No, Daniel, you just didn't turn up as well. So don't just blame it on the refs, mate. Right? That's an Arsenal fan's excuse, right? You all moan at us for not blaming the refs. So stop blaming the ref, right? I know he's crap, but there you go. But anyway, what I see is that David Moyes is getting the most out of that squad. That squad on paper should not be above a team like Arsenal. And but the way he's managed to manage that team, manage them, tactics, and just been able to get the most out of that squad, that is what Arteta is not doing. All right, Arteta hasn't got the players, but in the end, that excuse only won so far. In the end, you've just got to. It's like my health problem is this, but I can keep moaning about this, or I can just manage it the best way I can. And in the end, you just got to have to deal with it and manage it the best way you can. And Arteta's not doing that, in my opinion.
quick
I don't know
point on
whether
that.
the West-
Actually, a quick
Yeah.
point
Yeah,
on
but
that. What do you guys overall like? What's the satisfaction level with David Moyes at West Ham for the fans
Well, yeah, this was
the last couple of years?
Suggest.
Well, sorry. I mean, well, let me jump in first. I mean, I think there is an undercurrent of West Ham fans who will never like Moyes because they think he's unglamorous and they think that he plays a certain type of football. I think that there's a very unfair tendency to lump Moyes in with managers like Allardyce and Pulis and people like that. When I think Moyes is a completely different type of manager to those guys. So there is a tendency when things aren't going particularly well, particularly at the end of last season after we came out of the lockdown and West Ham was struggling with relegation and so on. Moyes faced a lot of abuse. I mean, any West Ham fan who's unhappy with a manager who takes you to fifth is, as I think I mentioned before, doesn't have realistic expectations, in my opinion. So I would say most West Ham fans are, if they're not happy, I'd be interested to know why not. But I do think there is a bit of a perception problem that Moyes faces more generally, which is actually, I think, a bit unrelated to what he actually delivers.
By the way, everyone, please hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button as well. Right, go and hit that subscribe button. We're 41 away from 800 already. Right, so please, whatever you do, hit that share button and share it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, right, all over your socials. Get people involved. That's what we need to do, and keep it going. So, and also go subscribe to the H List. And go and follow them on.
I've just
Twitter
subscribed
for
to
their
him
blog.
right now, so
Yeah, and go and subscribe to This Is Luca's Life as well. He's trying to get up to 800 as well.
as
But
soon as
yeah,
possible.
so yeah, I feel with Arsenal, they're going to struggle in this game. They are really, really going to struggle in this game. This is not playing. I mean, you're quite unlucky to even lose your last game against Man United. I feel, right, because Man United were poor, very poor, and it was just unlucky. I feel it was a bit of an unfair result on you to get to lose that game.
Really? I thought we deserved to lose.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Because Man U were that bad.
Pretty sure we only left our half once.
I don't know what you think, Jim.
Well, we didn't have a shot on target in the game, so I think it would be you couldn't say we deserve to win, right? I mean, but just logically, if you don't have a shot on target, you surely don't deserve to win a game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think if you reflect on it, how did they score? It was an own goal, probably quite fortunate. I never really felt they looked all that dangerous, Man United, but we didn't look dangerous at all. And a lot of fans have criticised Moyes for saying it was quite a negative selection. I think the problem is, again, it comes back to the thinness of our squad. Lingard couldn't play because he was, he's on loan, and Fornals was injured. So we just didn't really have huge amounts of cover available to sort of go up there and play them, keep them from scoring, and offer an attacking threat. So in the end, probably we played for sort of a 1-0 win via a set piece, and we ended up losing 1-0 via a set piece. And I'm not sure we deserve much more than what we got, but I do sort of agree with you that they were somewhat fortunate to win it.
Would you think about Declan Rice? Because obviously there's rumours going around about Declan Rice possibly maybe going to Chelsea, for example. There's always rumours around there. What do you feel do you feel Declan Rice could go to it? If he left to go Chelsea, would you be able to succeed?
Yes.
Yeah,
In a word.
So you guys really okay? So Declan Rice splits opinion, in some ways, because like some fans think the price tag that you guys are overpricing him and pricing him out of a move, and then there's some fans that say like he's definitely worth that, being like the homegrown and whatnot. Do you guys who along with him who else do you think will be sold this summer? That's another.
I like that being positioned as a matter, just a statement of fact.
No, sorry, not as a fact, but like who else is in position that you to be sold? Like,
I think Felipe Anderson is. I think he's definitely going to go.
Okay.
I think could be then either one of Yarmolenko or Lanzini will probably also be out the door. But we can't really afford to sell anyone.
Yeah, I feel like if you make Champions League, you're gonna get some money. You're gonna get like the revenue, but I feel like you're gonna have to reinvest that into the squad, like because you guys keep saying it's really thin. What you guys did with the Ben Rama deal was pretty nice, though. I mean, you guys pretty much. I remember watching the whole deal unfold. Pretty much got him on loan, obligation to buy at the end. I feel like Arsenal should have done that with a couple players, but is he destined to play this weekend? This weekend, by the way, Ben Rama.
Hang on, look who.
Well,
we've done it with
Ben Rama.
No, but I meant Bargav. What you said is a couple of players that Arsenal should have done it with. Who?
I think I really wanted Ben Rama, but we weren't. Like West Ham. West Ham put the money down and then changed it to a loan afterward. Which
the Ben Rama. But I think the main thing we needed was a cam, but we decided to get a simple loan, not an obligation to buy loan, right? Because he's not proven in the Premier League. But move on, and I feel that obviously I definitely feel that West Ham will get Europa League for sure, and if he gets Europa League, I would like to see West Ham sort of use the money they gain from that to try and further cement their place in the top half of the table, at least. Because especially if the Conference League's coming around next season, right, it could be an idea that if you sort of date being in the top 10, that there's extra money involved in terms of European football.
I think part of the problem for West Ham is, and this is probably the natural pessimist in me as a West Ham fan, but if you get into the Europa League, you make, 20 million maybe, whereas if you get into the Champions League, you can probably bank on 80 or 60 to 80, it probably depends on your level of success. There's obviously a massive difference between those two numbers, and the problem for West Ham is the Europa League is notoriously difficult for mid-sized clubs to navigate, because they've got to go play Thursday in quite far-flung places, come back, play on the Sunday, and your squad has to be able to cope. And I think the problem is if you get Europa League football and it's not Champions League football, are you able to keep the likes of Declan Rice, Thomas Souček, as you mentioned before, Bargav? Those are the sorts of players who would be targeted to go. As Lanzi said, the problem is we've got a lot of players in the squad that we'd like to get rid of, probably Lanzini, Anderson, Yarmolenko, but they'll either be contracts expiring or you'll have to pay them to, probably pay to get them out the door. So you've got this sort of weird issue you have to deal with, which is having more games and make your squad bigger, whilst possibly not having that much of a cash influx if you're in the Europa League. So to come back to your early discussion, one of the reasons I like Moyes is I think he's pretty good in that space in terms of picking up players for not much money, like Souček and Soufal, who, hopefully, well, that's what he would have to do if we were to try and compete in any way in the Europa League and not tumble out of the top half of the Premier League.
No, that's interesting because we had the same problem. Like we've been having the same issues actually. That's now that you mentioned that, because we had a lot of players that needed to go that we wanted gone, and it took us a while to like actually get to that point where we bin them off. So, and Miss Melina here is she's a big Ben Rama fan, huge Ben Rama fan. So
Yeah.
she wants to know. She always asks me. She probably wants to know, is he going to start this weekend?
Probably.
Could do.
I think he will.
Could do.
I think it'll be 4-2-3-1 with Ben Rama, Lingard, and Fornals behind Antonio.
I mean, I've seen him play with Brentford before he came to West Ham, and he is quite a talent. I have to admit, he's a very good talent, and I would definitely expect him to be up there fighting it, and I do expect we'll be in for a very tough day with Ben Rama if they do decide to play him. I do feel the way you went with Man United as well. I probably think is that like if we can get a draw out of this, brilliant, and then we can look at Arsenal and go, oh yeah, we can get 3 points here, because Arsenal are that poor, and we know like our mistakes literally happen nearly every week, and but yeah, so that's. I don't know, man. I'm still very like trying to be positive about it, but you can't. I can't.
Well, I saw somewhere
in any way.
that Saka was injured.
He's out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, with a hamstring. But yeah, have you got? Did you send me the link? There you go. I got it. I'm just gonna quickly save this lineup for you guys. So just give me a minute.
I mean, it's interesting that you say that about feeling pessimistic because in recent fixtures between West Ham and Arsenal, West Ham have had a massive problem with Arsenal. And even though I think it'd be interesting to know what you guys think, I mean, I would say across the last 3 or 4 fixtures between the two teams, West Ham have probably edged it in terms of how well they've played. But actually, Arsenal have won all of those games because they've been more clinical and in the end sort of had a bit more nous to be able to get over the line. So I'm actually quite nervous about Sunday just because we've historically not really been able to put Arsenal away in recent years.
Well, I'm going to look at sort of the team. You did sort of a team selector, and we're going to go for our team selector. I might even do a combined 11 as well, right? So just keep us an eye out for that. So just going to quickly look. So there you go. That's what you've come up with here. So, Fabianski in goal, right? Or as Arsenal used to call him, Flapianski. Kufal, Dawson, Diop, Cresswell, Souček, Rice, Bowen, Fornals, Lingard in the middle, and Antonio up front. That is I think for that's a good team to play against this, right? But if you manage to get Ben Rama, where would you sort of really want to play him if you're going to play this?
So I did that team predictor. So it's, I think Lansley said he thinks Ben Rama will play. I think if he plays, he probably will play instead of Bowen. I suppose just to give you some context, number one, I'm not such a massive fan of Ben Rama as I think everybody else is. I think he's still got a bit to prove in the Premier League, and whilst I think he looks good, for my money, he's not actually creating enough at the moment. I think if he scores, I think he might get some confidence and start to deliver a bit more. I'd also say that historically Moyes hasn't tended to start him against the bigger teams. I wouldn't be surprised if Ben Rama was on the bench on Sunday. But with that being said, Bowen's had a massive drop-off recently in form, so I could absolutely see Ben Rama starting. And probably, he'd be wide on one side and Fornell's wide on the other, and we'll work hard, give you the ball, and then try and hit you on the break.
Yeah, Lingard ready to dance on us again. We're not playing at the Emirates this time, so we might be safe on that one. But yeah, Jesse Lingard settings, I can see definitely. And him coming in to that side has really gave you an uplift and such a good sort of attacking sense by West Ham. How I'm sure you must be absolutely impressed by him at the minute.
Yeah, I think he brings something else to the team. I think he's got such a winning mentality that I think it is starting to rub off on everyone else. Because I think this season our mentality has changed completely. I mean, the games we're winning that last season we definitely wouldn't have won. I think Spurs we wouldn't have won, and maybe a couple of others.
Jim, what do you think of Lingard at the minute?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of his. I'm probably been guilty, like a lot of people, of underestimating him. You know what it's like. You always tend to underrate players until they come and play for you and you see them. Which, by the way, is one of the reasons why Declan Rice is underrated. I think if people watched him every week, they think differently. But yeah, Lingard, I've been incredibly impressed. His work rate is incredible. I mean, West Ham's success this year is built heavily upon this kind of Herculean work rate from front players in particular. He's been outstanding in that regard, and also his ability to just carry the ball has been a significant improvement for us. So one of the things that you'll probably see on Sunday is that West Ham will sit low, it'll be a low block, we'll invite you on, but when you turn the ball over, we're really, really dangerous on the counter because we've got so much pace going forward now, and Lingard is a massive part of that. So he's back in the England squad as well, which I think is a fair reflection of how well he's been playing.
That's the thing. I think we'll have a. That's why I feel we'll have a tougher time against you rather than with Tottenham, because Tottenham. I don't know why, but they didn't have the sort of counter-attacking sense, and I feel with West Ham, they're more of a threat. They're more dangerous to Arsenal rather than Tottenham at this current minute, because like you said, the pace is unreal and you've got a good turnover on the ball, and Arteta usually will try and play against the low block and but will end up committing too many players forward at one time. And even the Olympiacos game, we went 0-0 down and he was still trying to play so openly and more aggressively with players going up forward. And I'm like, we just don't need to concede goals. That's all we need to do. Just why? The game management is poor most of the time, and I feel that if we'll do what we did against Tottenham, not this London derby, the London derby before, where we just played right into a low block's hands, where you play low block, you turn over, right, counter attack, and before you know it, you're 1-0 or 2-0 down.
Yeah, I mean, definitely that's how Spurs were set up, and a lot of their success earlier in the season came that way, right? With Kane actually playing a bit deeper and then hitting Son over the top. I mean, that's how we ended up 3-0 down to them actually. So, it's a very similar sense. I think possibly one of the differences between West Ham and Spurs as well is that West Ham have a competent back four, whereas Spurs at the moment don't. And so that foundation allows you to play that way as well, which is probably one of the reasons for our success.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, should we do a combined 11 with this side in a minute? Do a combined 11?
Do a combined 11.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's go for it.
I think you're on mute, Bargav.
Yeah, mute. His microphone always plays up. He's always playing up.
Yeah.
what
So
formation-
sorry about that. Just
Go
one
on.
question for you guys. So key matchups wise, like on the way. So I do feel like your midfield matches up really well with our midfield. Do you feel like one of the big strengths of our creativity has been our crossing? Do you think West Ham will actually like be pretty good with that in handling that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then and I guess like the game's pretty much going to come down to the wingers at that point. Like, I was trying to pretty much. So,
Well, I think one of West Ham's key strengths actually has been Soufal coming in on the right side. He's been incredibly impressive this season. Now, I don't appreciate you won't have seen as much of West Ham as you would have Arsenal, of course, but he's been excellent. And for example, Jack Grealish didn't get a look in when we won 3-1 at Villa, and Soufal did an exceptionally good job on him. Yeah, I don't know who you're expecting to play out on wide left on Sunday, but I would expect they'll have a more difficult time. You'd probably get more joy on the right side coming up against Cresswell, who's been absolutely exceptional going forward and creatively wise. I mean, he's got the most assists of any Premier League defender this season. But he can be a bit vulnerable defensively. I actually think it'd be quite interesting because I really rate Tierney and I think he's a really good player. And I think that he, combined with whoever else you have in front of him, will be an interesting clash up against Soufal, which is another reason why I think Bowen might play, because defensively he will track back with Tierney.
no, that makes sense because our left side's been our strength, but you're gonna attack our right side. Our right side's the bane of our existence right now. With Bellerin, maybe Cedric. Cedric does a little bit better, but that's probably where like most of the errors kind of happen. But yeah, let's do like a combined 11. Actually, I do think it will be pretty even. Actually, you want to get started, Steven?
Yeah. Just quickly doing that. Yeah, we'll definitely do that now. Let's just go and right. 4-2-3-1. Since both teams played up.
Yep.
In goal, Fabianski or Leno? Really?
Leno.
Yeah, I think Leno on this one.
So Leno in goal. Right back.
Soufal.
Yeah, Soufal. I'm not even arguing. Our right back is appalling. How do you spell it?
It's with a C. It's
C.
Oh, there we go. Right. Left back. Tierney.
It's probably a good argument, right? I mean, Cresswell's having a fantastic season, but
Cresswell's having a good season. Yeah.
I think Tierney is possibly your most impressive player. Actually, if I was forced to pick one, so I wouldn't argue with Tierney.
Okay. All right. Fine. We'll go with Tierney then. Sorry, Cresswell. Maybe eat some more watercress. Might help. Centre back pairing. Gabriel's got to get in there. Yeah, Gabriel's got to get in there, and he plays on the left-hand side.
So, from a West Ham perspective, Ogbonna has been exceptionally
Yeah.
good this season.
Yeah.
And then I suppose you just have to decide whether or not you want the best defender in world football at the moment, which is Craig Dawson.
What about Jop? What about Jop?
What about Job?
But he plays on
Oh,
what?
I'm
Yeah.
still not convinced.
Or Dawson.
I think Diop would be third out of West Ham centre backs. To be honest, I think you go Ogbonna, Dawson, Diop in terms of their reliability. To be honest, I don't know if you'd agree with that, Lanzi, but I think
I think Diop, apart from Tottenham, he's looked really shaky. I think he was lucky that Greenwood just couldn't score against Man United.
Does Ogbonna play on the
Bamford
right?
couldn't score.
Does Ogbonna play on the right center back?
Yeah. We need
Ogbonna's left-sided.
Yeah,
So I think if
Yeah,
you
Bonner, Dawson.
you can tell we
Diop,
don't rate our right-sided center back at all. David Luiz
David Luiz.
or
No,
like
no, no,
Holding or Holding.
No, all Holding.
I mean, it's interesting, right? Because Dawson, like if you'd have said this at the beginning of the season, you consider whether or not Craig Dawson would get into a combined team of these two squads, you'd say there's zero chance. But since Craig Dawson's come into the team, he's been absolutely brilliant this season. I mean, if we're going to be like completely specific about where players are playing, then yeah, Ogbonna, he plays on the left, so he wouldn't get in. So in which case, it would. I probably would take Dawson above Diop at the moment, to be honest.
Yes. What that? Forget that the fact that you play left or right. What one would you go for?
In that case, I would take Ogbonna.
Ogbonna.
Yeah,
Ogbonna. Right. Ogbonna.
the guy gets me so many fantasy points. Not even gonna lie, like, and I don't play it. I don't play it. I just put him there, and
Don't forget next season,
and he's like one of the highest.
Next season, SFeatleyTV is going to set up his own fantasy league, right? And people are going to teach me how to do it. It's the same crap. Right, DM.
I'm gonna go with both their midfielders. Actually, on form.
No,
Party.
right at Souček.
Yeah, hands down. On form, I go with both of them on form.
I haven't seen anything from Partey this season.
He's been injured most of the time, but he can be half injured and still be better than all our midfielders. Wait,
I'm going with
Partey.
I'm going Rice and Souček actually. Both of them have been terrible this season.
What?
I mean, Souček as a goal scoring midfielder is basically unparalleled, right? He's got 8 goals from defensive or central midfield this season.
But I don't get it because Partey.
He'll get back to it. He'll get back to it, just not for this game.
What would you say, Jim?
I mean, I think Rice certainly would be in there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Partey's obviously a fantastic player, but I suppose it depends on your criteria. Are you picking based on like current form, or are you picking based on something different? I think if it's current form,
if we were going to do current form, then Tierney wouldn't be in left back position.
No, he would be in there. He's played really well.
No, but Cresswell's been playing better than actually on form. He's got better stats, and a minute on form he's playing better. No, but the Bargav, you say that, but when you look at form, you have to look at the stats as well. They are better in general stats. It is not like deep statistics. So,
like crossing accuracy.
Does stuff about the crossing accuracy. I hear enough about that already. Right, Arteta in fans just keep going on about it, like it's the World Cup winning goal. Right, but if you really think Rice and Souček,
yeah.
Okay. Because I was just saying if Tierney, if we were doing it probably on form, Tierney probably wouldn't have got in there, in my opinion. Declan Rice, Souček. Right, right wing, Saka.
He's not playing.
I mean, this is like a combined 11. It's not really about who's
Oh.
playing.
Yeah, I mean, West Ham's equivalent would be Bowen, who I think has dropped off hugely, and Saka is a fantastic player.
Oh, do you know what? He's back. He's got to be like. I'm sorry. His future is just on above the ceiling. Saka. 90. Jeez.
Do West Ham fans think of?
Left wing.
Yeah.
I missed that, Bargo. Sorry.
Yeah, what do you guys think of Saka, like potential wise?
You know, he looks brilliant to me.
He will go to the top, but probably not at Arsenal.
Yeah, that's what people have been saying actually, but people agree like he's a natural talent actually. A lot of pretty much every fan's like in agreement on that for the most part.
He's exceptionally good.
So left wing Willian,
No, Fornals.
Fornals.
Yeah,
I don't know
on left wing.
who's
We
the
got
option from Arsenal.
Pepe Willian or Fornals.
Pepe William Martinelli. Martinelli's still there, you know.
Yeah, but
what?
he hasn't played much.
So he's still got to be counted, isn't there? And we all know
Fornals
why he's not being played.
Fornals is an exception. He's been playing very well this season. Fornals, he works really hard.
Yeah, Fornals. Yeah, I'd have. What would you say, Jim? Fornals?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the difficulty I have with Arsenal is I'm not sure. Like, are any of them playing particularly consistently? Like, I didn't really think like Willian was playing all that much for a while there, and then Pepe. I don't really know what to make of Pepe. To be honest.
Yeah, I don't. I still don't either. Squad player to me, but
no.
Debate for another day.
I just don't think you've been utilised well at all. I think yeah,
there you go.
Right. I think Pepe has got a lot more to offer, and I think if he gets into the right system, and has the right sort of backing, he would do well.
Would you put Lingard there?
Yeah,
that's what Daniel keeps saying.
Oh, Lingard's got to be getting there.
Actually, I forget about
You got to put Lingard in there because he's on decent form.
What do you guys think, Lingard?
Yeah, Lingard.
Is this for the 10 role?
No, this is for the left wing role.
Well, he's not really been playing there for West Ham. I wouldn't have said. He's tended to play in the 10 role for West Ham. But I mean, him and Fornals. To be honest, I mean, I'm sure he could play there. Him and Fornals have both been excellent recently.
Wow, you guys have a lot of players.
I mean, he's even got but he's even got. I mean, that's the thing. He's even got into the England squad now.
And Arsenal fans didn't even want Jesse Lingard at Arsenal anyway.
I think I regret that, to be honest. I did say that at one point, but I regret saying it.
He's back in England squad.
But they wouldn't. Yeah, but he wouldn't. Yeah. But I'm sorry, Lingard wouldn't have got the Man United would have been stupid to let's have him anyway. Striker.
Oh man,
Aubameyang.
After the this is right after the Olympiacos game.
Not Aubameyang, man. Not
Aubameyang all day long.
No, not Aubameyang. Anyone but Aubameyang.
Well, Aubameyang.
I feel like Antonio is a really good striker. Personally,
Aubameyang is better than Michel Antonio.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but Lacazette.
Lacazette.
Yeah.
Wow. I would go with Aubameyang just because.
Oh no, not after last night. Jesus.
You can tell the agony we have with our strikers. Like,
Yeah,
No.
we avoid this by only having one, literally. So we don't have any. There's no arguments at West Ham.
Yeah, definitely. No Lingard. Chelsea versus Porto. Lol. Play the. Minus the. Do you know what? I even rather Martinelli up front. Jesus. Oh, fine. If you really want him, I don't want Aubameyang, man. I don't want it. Because he'll miss 4 fucking sitters again.
yeah.
Yeah, part of me thinks it's bloody deliberate. That was just so bad. But yeah, there we go then. We've got a combined 11 of Leno in goal.
Wow.
Kufal, Ogbonna, Gabriel, Tierney, Suchek, Rice, Lingard, Fornell, Saka, and Aubameyang.
So many. That's pretty even, actually. That's like
That's
5-5.
That's actually quite a good team.
Yeah, it is quite a good team. He's a dead baller. Yeah, he's a dead baller. I'm getting rid of that.
Actually, that's pretty even. 5-5, like five for us, 5 for you guys, and then one's like right in the middle, like debatable.
Right. So yeah, I've still got to do
guess the last thing-
selections, to be honest.
I guess the last thing is predictions.
I actually want to do quickly Arsenal's lineup.
Yeah, I'll go with the lineup. I'll go with Leno in goal. I'll go with this will be my lineup. Leno in goal, Cedric, David Luiz, Gabriel.
You can do it on
Kieran.
squad selector.
Just really quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, just quickly. Just share one more screen. Just share it. There we go. Right. So just get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. Right. There's no other choice. Right back. Cedric.
Lord have mercy on that side, because
Yeah. Gabriel.
Gabriel.
You're next to him.
Louise.
What about Marie?
You
Nah,
can't. 2 on the left, 2 left sided.
Never done anything wrong though.
No, he hasn't. But you need to play your strong team though.
Yeah, but he's strong. I think he's probably been better than
I feel like
Luiz.
I feel like we could have a scenario where like it's gonna be like Mari and Holding.
Yeah, I think that, I do think I think that he could be just as. I think he's just as good as David Luiz. He doesn't make mistakes. He's composed on the ball. Right. I think he's better.
All right.
But what do you go with?
Mari and Holding rotation. The other 2 have been played so much for us.
You play Holding against the likes of Antonio and all them lot.
No.
Yeah,
I'm talking about. Look, what would you rather? Like, we're not playing Holding, so David Luiz or Marie.
Marie.
Me, Louise.
Well, it's 2-1 vote. So
Go with Mari.
It's your lineup, not Arteta's.
Mari's not on there.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he is. DM. Well, Partey's won.
Yeah.
You rested him during the Icons game, so there we are. I want El Neni.
I actually want El Nani, but
People say that Partey and El Neni's the best partnership. I don't think it isn't. I think it's Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey because I thought El Neni was poor.
No.
I think El Neni was poor last night.
No, El Neni just does what he usually does, which is just play safe, right?
But he was poor last night.
He wasn't that poor. Did he make any Does he make any stupid mistakes like Xhaka or Zabayo?
No, he does. No, he doesn't.
No, because he's always safe on the ball. Always safe on the ball, right? And sometimes as a DM, it's better to be like that and let Partey do the risks. That's why I'm saying that's why I say he's better than Lindsay at the minute. And that's why I put on Nenny there.
All right.
Have it on Nenny. On the right.
Odegaard.
On the right. I said on the right.
Pepe.
Pepe's been usually good.
Yeah,
on the
Odegaard.
left, though.
I think he's gonna go with Smith Rowe and Odegaard. Both.
No. What's Odegaard doing on the right for? When he got Saka
Pepe
as
doesn't
well.
play well, right?
Did he rest Saka yesterday?
Saka's injured. So he'll be out.
Oh yeah, it's Pepe.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'd like.
Pepe and Willian, right and left. So yeah, Pepe for me.
Where's Odegaard? Is he not on there?
He is on there, right? It's just the attacking midfielders. Odegaard. Me.
Maybe it's not updated.
Nah,
Well, that's
yeah, we know.
Odegaard. Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
And then Willian.
Willian.
And I would like Lacazette up top this time, but we'll see.
Not Martinelli up front. Not
No,
Martinelli on the wing.
no.
No. He's got to start. No. Actually, no. He's got to start.
Okay.
That 10 minutes told me, right, he should be starting. And that's that. Right. I'm fed up with Arteta now not starting him. He'll probably play Willian anyway, right? Even though he was so influential in that attack in our attacking play, like in that 10 minutes. So it's yeah, and then Lacazette.
Yeah,
I want Lacazette up top. I'm sorry, right? Oh, but you missed 4 sitters. I'm not having it. So Leno, Cedric, Marie, Gabriel Tierney, Mohamed Elneny, Partey in the middle, right and left of Nick, Pepe and Martinelli, Odegaard in the middle, and Lacazette up top.
I found Odegaard. I found him.
What?
I found it. I'm on the website right now on my computer. I've actually found it on that website.
It's not there.
It's on my one.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh,
shall we go to predictions real quick?
Yeah, quickly. Gonna go to predictions now. Right, I'm gonna go round and start with the Man U fans. So,
West Ham fan.
I'm gonna start with Jim.
We've had a lot of trouble with Arsenal, so as much as I feel like this is probably our best chance to beat you, I might go with a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Lanzi.
2-1 West Ham.
Bargav.
I'm gonna go with 1-1 actually, also, because your team looks pretty. It can really matches up pretty well with our team, just based on how you guys are doing, and you have the entire week to prep. You'll find some way to score.
Not ability.
You'll find some way to
basis,
score
but
and do that. So 1-1.
Yeah.
And
I think. Sorry, go on.
I just don't see where you're pretty solid actually. So I feel like the goal has to come from the center of the park for us or the wings, but it's such a 50-50 one. I think we'll create a lot of chances, but we'll only make one, which has been the story of our season. So
Yeah.
1-1.
Luca.
2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, I was gonna go 2-1 Arsenal. I do. Yeah, 2-1 Arsenal. But it would be a real struggle, though. It will be a real struggle. We are beating Porto. Do you want to open the lines up?
Yeah, just really quickly. Jim, do you have a little bit of time, just like for questions?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, no problem.
All right, cool. I'm gonna quickly get the lines open for 10 minutes, and then I've got to run as well. Right, there we are. 10 minutes. Right, you've got to come on and have your say. And please hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Right.
Share Stephen's channel. It can be done. Share
Share it. Right. And I want you in the evenings to keep playing. Yeah, I want you in the evenings to play all my content as well. Right. Build up the watch hours. Right. Play the content.
Exactly.
Right. Just leave it on. Like go to sleep on silent and leave it on your phone. Hey, I'm doing it. Right. It builds up the hours, man. Builds up the hours. Right. Make a real effort to try and get.
So is anybody coming on, or do you have any?
No, give us a sec. I'm just gonna let people say they can come on.
Get lead judges on.
I can't get them straight away.
Yeah. So I guess a quick question for you guys: where do you see your goals coming from?
Set pieces. We're a massive danger from that. And actually, I mean, of late, Lingard. So he would be a danger. And Antonio does tend to have quite a good record against bigger sides, actually. It was a bit weird. But so I think those two.
Yeah, I think set pieces, definitely. And maybe Lingard.
We do tend to share our goals around, actually. So we don't have like a 15 goal a season player, but like Suchek, for instance, has got 8. So Bowen similarly has got a few. So we do score from quite a lot of different places.
Big up, Talk Man U.
Big up, yeah.
Please check my DM, Talk Man U, please.
Yeah, he's really busy today, to be honest.
He is.
I could see West Ham winning this one, as I just think they are more organised. I hear that. I'm on my mobile, so it echoes if I come on. Why don't if you got headphones, if you got wired headphones, it shouldn't echo. So, but yeah, I do believe if no one's coming on, then we might wrap it up there. So
yeah.
Oh
yeah. Put it on me real quick. I forgot about that.
Big what's?
Yeah, just like full screen me.
Why? What are you doing?
So I can like give a message. Yeah. So I just want to point out like the H List is a really good blog, by the way, and so that's why we have our guest on today. Go read like the summary of like the especially of like the top 50 West Ham games. There's a lot of passion and enthusiasm in those blogs that's been like set over time. So that's what I want to say. And go and subscribe to them too.
Yeah, go subscribe. Go follow them on there and subscribe to them.
Very kind. Thank you very much.
You have a. Yeah, they do. What?
Well, kind of. It's
we're
working on it. We're working on it.
Yeah, working on it. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. Right, that was a good preview, good stream, and yeah, will Arsenal be able to get another win away from home, or will what's up to the H list now? Yep. Will West Ham be able to keep their chances of top 4 very much alive by beating Arsenal at the London Stadium? Either way, we're gonna have to find out Sunday But thanks, H-List, Jim, coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Nanzi, Bargav, Luca.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back in about 10-15 minutes actually for North London Manta, which should be good. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love every minute of it. But yeah, so come on, check that out, and then we can probably open the lines at the end of that, so people can kind of jump on and just banter Arsenal, banter Tottenham. So yeah, until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and we will catch you guys in a second. Bye bye.